Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now this weekend. I'm Emily Brown, in for Allison Fergit. A crash that occurred on I-90 left major lane closures for early travelers. According to the Wisconsin DOT, the crash occurred near the Dresbach Bridge on I-90 westbound. US 53 westbound to the state line and eastbound from the state line to County B were both closed for multiple hours. All lanes have since reopened. No word yet on any injuries. A structure fire in Viroqua caused lane closures on U.S. Highway 1461. Lanes in both directions just south of Green Acres Road were closed but are now open. According to the Viroqua Fire Department, the shed was a total loss and the heat caused minor damage to the siding of the house. There were no injuries and no word yet on what may have started the fire. The city of La Crosse announcing the Emergency Winter Weather Daytime Center will be open tomorrow. It's available to any community members seeking refuge from the severe weather. The center is located at the La Crosse Public Library Main Hall at 800 Main Street. It will be open from 8 a.m. until noon, but that schedule may change with cold temperatures expected throughout the week. The center will determine whether to open on a day-to-day basis. And the snow has subsided, but it is bitterly cold outside.
Yeah, it's really getting cold out. We're going to feel it in the morning, especially the next few mornings. For most of the week, honestly, because of that, we do have 3 consecutive alert days out to start your week off. That could be extended into Thursday as well, but we'll have to take a little bit more time to look at and see if those conditions can warm up at all. Here we are for now, though. This is going to start tonight and through Wednesday night for the entirety of the area, although the coldest location, per usual, is going to be into southeastern Minnesota, where those winds can just get a tad bit stronger. This is going to be for those wind chill values getting as low as -35, mainly in the morning hours, and your daytime highs are going to be staying near 0 through the next few days. We already have some cold weather alerts right now. The entire area sitting in a wind chill advisory. That's going to be that mint color. This is for tonight going until 11 a.m. tomorrow for wind chill values as low as -33. And then part of our area is also in a wind chill watch, or excuse me, a extreme cold watch for wind chill values getting below -35 as we go into Tuesday morning. So that will definitely be the coldest portion of the little stretch that we have coming up, but the entire week is really looking to be pretty cold. Good news is we don't really have any snow to worry about, so we just have to worry about bundling up every morning.
Yeah, even though it was as sunny as it was, you just felt it today.
Yeah, it's
better,
really
especially with the wind. Yeah. All right, thank you, Nicole. Governor Tony Evers is proposing a $500 million prison reform plan. The plan includes a number of facility changes and renovation efforts across Wisconsin correctional institutions. That includes closing the Green Bay Correctional Institution and transforming Waupun facilities. Those would be converted into a new vocational village to train incarcerated people for jobs. Evers says the plan will help address the overcrowded and understaffed prisons in the state. President Trump went to Daytona for one of his home state's biggest annual sporting events. His Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, is in the Middle East as the administration looks for ways to end the wars in Gaza and Ukraine. CBS's Willie James Inman reports from West Palm Beach, Florida.
President Trump waved to the crowds as he arrived at the Daytona 500 NASCAR race on Sunday. Trump's second presidency is hitting the gas on a number of fronts, including efforts to bring Russia's war on Ukraine to a close.
We're moving along. We're trying to get a peace with Russia, Ukraine, and we're working very hard on it. It's a war that should have never started.
2 U.S. officials tell CBS News that a delegation, including Secretary of State Marco Rubio, will take part in discussions this week in Saudi Arabia.
What we have right now is a call between Putin and President Trump in which both sides expressed an interest in ending this conflict. I imagine there will be follow-up conversations to figure out what a process to talk about that would look like.
On Sunday, Rubio met with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in Jerusalem. The Secretary of State reiterated that Hamas cannot remain in power in a post-war Gaza.
As long as it stands as a force that can govern, or as a force that can administer, or as a force that can threaten by use of violence, peace becomes impossible.
The unequivocal support of the United States on Gaza will help us achieve these objectives faster and set us on a path for a different future.
President Trump has said he wants the U.S. to take control of the Palestinian territory, with residents leaving for Egypt and Jordan, an idea both countries have rejected. This week, an international delegation is set to meet in Cairo for talks focusing on the Gaza ceasefire agreement. Willie James Inman, CBS News, West Palm Beach, Florida.
Trump administration officials say they will present to the president a plan to combat avian flu. National Economic Council Kevin Hassett says the plan addresses biosecurity issues and involves medication that would avoid killing chickens. The officials said their plan should be ready by next week. Well, the Heider Center for the Arts in West Salem had some special guests today. The University of Wisconsin Badger Marching Band played for a fundraising concert. They played their favorite pieces from the 2024-25 football season, along with some crowd favorites. All ticket sales are going toward the Heider Center's community and educational programs. A professor is performing concerts to benefit the Coulee Region Humane Society. Liz Pierce sang her Animal Songs program at the Capella Performing Arts Center in La Crosse today. She received a grant from the Culture and Animals Foundation to tour her program to raise money and awareness for animal shelters in the area. All proceeds from this performance will go towards the Coulee Region Humane Society.
Adopting a shelter pet means that you're giving an animal a second chance at life, and you're making your life better by bringing this into your family. The people who do that work are comically underpaid and underfunded, and they deserve all of the resources they can get.
The Animal Songs Project was originally created to give herself a break from traditional songs. Still to come, a surprise in inflation. What has economists puzzled? Coming up.
At the University of Wisconsin-Madison, we believe in working together to address real-world challenges. That's why we're proud to help farmers cultivate healthy food and landowners preserve and maintain forest land. We're proud to educate the next generation of teachers and drive groundbreaking medical research. Together, we make an impact that rings loud and clear. One Wisconsin, on Wisconsin.
All right, everybody. I know it's easy to forget things, but we don't want you to miss this new deal from US Cellular. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus on us and stay a step ahead with Galaxy AI.
Ooh, I can save enough to buy a gift for my understanding wife.
Sorry, I'm late. Ooh, that's a great deal. I have a facial. This was fun.
Oh, come on. You have flowers?
Get the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus with Galaxy AI on us. US Cellular, built for us.
A new walk-in shower, safe and convenient.
A beautiful new entry door.
A lovely pergola or patio cover.
New windows that wow.
Your dream kitchen.
New siding to transform your home from old to new.
Whatever your plans, the 27th Annual Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store, brings you all of these at the lowest price of the year.
Visit our 8-building showroom on Copeland Avenue in La Crosse. Visit our website.
Call 608-782-8877.
The 27th Annual Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store. Don't miss it.
Around here, neighbors come together to make each other better. We're taking the same approach with healthcare. Gunderson Health System and Bellin Health have come together to form Amplify Health, giving you more of what's important in healthcare. More caring, more listening, more to feel good about on your way to feeling better. Overall, just a little more heart. Amplify Health by Gunderson. A little empathy changes everything.
Inflation is rising, surprising economists who expected a drop. Overall, prices increased 3% in January compared to the prior year. Rent and housing costs continue to have the biggest impact, jumping 4.4%, and trips to the grocery store are more expensive, especially with egg prices up 53% from a year ago. And President Trump is taking aim at the U.S. penny in his push to cut government spending. The president has instructed the Treasury Secretary to stop producing new pennies. According to the U.S. Mint, each 1-cent coin made of zinc with a copper overlay actually costs 3.7 cents to make. And OpenAI's board has rejected a $97 billion purchase offer from a group of investors, including Elon Musk. There's been a long-running feud between OpenAI and Musk, with co-founding the company known for creating ChatGPT. Musk left the company back in 2018 after an unsuccessful bid to convince his fellow co-founders to let Tesla acquire it. The Food and Drug Administration has set the recall of nearly 2.5 million cases of Made Good brand granola bars. The company is recalling the products due to possible metal contamination. The company said the metal could be from a small flat brush bristle used in the manufacturing process. Made Good says it will refund any products on the recall list. A powerful storm impacts the eastern U.S. Several thousands of people still without power. All the details coming up.
And back at home, we'll have alert day conditions for multiple days in a row to start your week off due to some dangerous cold coming into the area. I'll have your full forecast coming up right after the break.
The Sparta Innovation STEM Academy, recognized as Wisconsin's #1 charter middle school, has open enrollment until March 31st for incoming 6th graders. Enroll now in meaningful applications of science, technology, engineering, and mathematical concepts. The Sparta Innovation STEM Academy, located in Meadowview Middle School, provides a teacher-led, inquiry, problem-based learning environment. Learn more at www.isasparta.com.
In the hunt, every detail matters. It's not just about the thrill, but a passion for the craft. And in the end, it's about the people you get to be with. At Overhead Door, it's about our team and those we get to serve. We can repair any garage door, but we only install the best. Overhead Door Company of the Seven Rivers region since 1921.
The fact that Brad Schimmel supports the 1849 law terrifies me. When I was pregnant, I had complications, but because of the ban, doctors couldn't help me. Brad Schimmel has no idea what it's like to lay in a hospital bed, pregnant and dying. The 1849 law that Brad Schimmel supports almost killed me. Brad Schimmel is too extreme for the Supreme Court.
During the President's Day sale at Home Furniture, get a free Stanley tumbler when you spend $6.99 or more on furniture, mattresses, and area rugs, like this sofa for $9.99. Get a $100 MasterCard Rewards card when you spend $14.99. Plus, when you spend $24.99 on your purchase, like this Esmond dining set, get $200 in MasterCard Rewards. Plus, pay no interest if paid in full within 1 year. The President's Day sale, going on now at Home Furniture.
Craving authentic Mexican flavors? Look no further than Señor Villa. At Señor Villa, we bring the taste of Mexico to your table every day. Join us for our unbeatable $5 lunch specials packed with flavor and value. And don't miss our nightly specials where the fiesta never ends. Señor Villa, where great food meets great value. Visit us today. Señor Villa, the taste of Mexico you've been craving.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
At least 9 people have died after a powerful storm raced across the eastern U.S. Between 3 and 5 inches of rain have fallen across swaths of the Ohio and Tennessee valleys, flooding streets and forcing evacuations. And tens of thousands remain without power across several states. Reed Binion has the latest.
A powerful and deadly storm hammered the eastern United States this weekend, with as much as 6 inches of rain in some areas flooding homes, businesses, and roads, especially in Kentucky, where at least 8 people were killed in storm-related incidents.
So many of these fatalities were due to attempts to drive through water and through moving water. So folks, stay off the roads right now and stay alive.
First responders carried out more than 1,000 water rescues since Saturday, including a nursing home just across the border in Tennessee that was forced to evacuate due to rising waters.
Everybody's taken care of. They have the meds they need, the oxygen, the beds, the warmth. They don't have to worry about food and being scared. They're in a safe place.
Multiple tornado warnings went out across Mississippi, Alabama, and Tennessee late Saturday. The mayor of Tuscumbia, Alabama, says one of the city's middle schools lost their roof.
We have a lot of damage downtown. You can see behind me, the roofs are blown off. Most of our buildings downtown. We lost one of my middle school, R.A. Thompson. The roof blew off a bit.
The storm toppled trees in Georgia. One man says a large tree narrowly missed his home.
It was like eggs cracking when you step on some eggs. And luckily it didn't kill my wife or my nephew.
Tens of thousands of people across the region are still without power, and states of emergency have been declared in at least 3 states. I'm Reed Binion reporting.
Well, back in our area, snowfall has subsided. Now we just brace for a bitter, wintry, cold week. Let's send it to Nicole for the latest.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be very cold out there, especially through those morning hours. So you're definitely going to want to be bundling up, getting out there, starting the car a little bit earlier because you're going to want it to be warm when you step inside to escape from this cold weather that we have coming up. We do have 3 consecutive alert days going out because of this cold. This is going to be starting tonight and lasting through Wednesday night. We're looking at wind chill values getting possibly as low as -35 at some of those times throughout the morning hours, and those daytime highs could be staying near 0 throughout most of the beginning of this week. This is going to be an effect for the entirety of our area, but as I said before, southeastern Minnesota tends to usually get those cooler wind chills because the winds can be a tad bit stronger over there. So here we are with our lows tonight, really starting to feel it tonight. This is going to be the first indication of this cold. Everybody's staying below 0. Most areas actually getting into the negative teens out there, but those wind chill values are actually going to be closer to the -30s when you're waking up in the morning. And then for tomorrow's highs, some of us could maybe be nearing 0, maybe getting a degree above, but most of the areas really staying in the negatives for the entire day. And actually for the next 3 days, it'll be feeling like you're staying in the negatives for the entirety of the start of the week. So very cold stretch coming up. Definitely something you should be taking seriously, wearing your hats and mittens and your fuzziest coat because winter's not quite over yet. Even though we don't really have a snow-filled week, we're definitely going to be feeling the winter temperatures. So here's these wind chills when you're waking up in the morning. Again, very cold out there. Much of the area in the upper 20s or getting close to -30 as you go throughout the morning hours, and really very little warming happening tomorrow. It's going to be mostly cloudy, at least increasing clouds as we go into the afternoon, so the sun is not going to be able to help us out too much. We're seeing wind chills getting no warmer than around -15 throughout your daytime, and it's going to feel even colder as we go into Tuesday morning. This will likely be the coldest morning of the stretch. Many areas, this is where we're seeing those possibilities for getting below even -35 for some isolated areas. And then thankfully, as we go into Tuesday, we'll have a little bit more warming, but still the warmest we're looking to get is staying in the negative single digits out there, and that'll continue on into Wednesday as well with a similar pattern. As for our high temperature trend, it's going to be a downward trend for the next few days. Many of our high temperatures in La Crosse getting as low as even 30 degrees below that average, but there is an end in sight. We're actually going to be dipping back up above average as we get into next weekend, and the forecast next weekend is actually looking pretty good. So just keep your eyes on the end of the forecast and get through this week. So it's looking to be pretty nice. Again, for Eau Claire, very similar story, 30 to 25 degrees below your typical highs for this time of year, but we'll slowly be climbing through this week. And spring is a lot closer than we think. This kind of jumped up on me. The first day of meteorological spring, less than 2 weeks away. As of yesterday, that was the 2-week mark. So we do have something to look forward to. Springtime, or at least the first bit of springtime, doesn't always mean it's going to be nice, warm, and sunny out there, especially in our neck of the woods, but it's definitely something to look forward to. And having the sunset a little bit later at night too. We'll have daylight savings ending or starting. I actually don't remember if we're in daylight savings now or if we're not in it. I don't know how that works, but what I do know, it's going to be very cold out there. But we do have some 40s coming next week, hopefully. So
that's a drastic change from our 0 degree high
it's a big
tomorrow.
swap. Yeah, big swap.
Oh boy. All right, get ready, everyone. All right, thank you, Nicole. Coming up next in sports, spring training games start up in less than a week. Hear how Christian Yelich is feeling ahead of this season. Kate is in next.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
This street's like any other in Wisconsin, but the new neighbor is a pedophile who repeatedly raped a little girl, released after just 2 years in prison. Thanks to Judge Susan Crawford's sweetheart sentence, a fraction of the 60 years he faced. Now, the pedophile lives blocks from a school. And with Susan Crawford on the bench, your street could be next.
Everyone deserves the opportunity to reach their full potential. Discover how to live life to the fullest with Thinkability Wisconsin, a resource hub that empowers people with disabilities throughout their lives. An opportunity can make all the difference. And it all starts when you say yes. Call or visit the website to get help from a Thinkability Navigator today.
For over 40 years, Blood Cross Glass and Overhead Door has been the go-to company for anything glass and door. We offer a large stock inventory of CEHI garage doors to help you find the perfect fit. As a locally owned business, we take pride in our work and always get the job done. From commercial glass and glazing to residential glass and CEHI garage doors, we have the experience and expertise to help you. Call or visit our website today.
Okay, let's see. Headlines from News 8 Now? Check. Live updates all day? Check. Local breaking news? Yep. Weather every 10 minutes? Yes, please. Well, that was an easy choice. News 8 Plus. It puts the now in your day. Get it today.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Kate Overton.
It may not feel like it here, but this week, Major League Baseball spring training games officially get underway. To some, spring training is just an appetizer to the long baseball season, but to others, it's a chance to see their team up close. WINK's Sylvie Sparks has the story.
For devoted baseball fans, the MLB season isn't just the summer months. It all starts in the spring. For the Minnesota Twins, it starts right here at Hammond Stadium in Fort Myers. I spoke with one man who's traveled from Minnesota to Fort Myers every year for more than 2 decades, all for the love of his favorite team. Year after year, Neil Pierce collects the baseball cards of the entire Minnesota Twins roster, packs up his car, and travels to South Fort Myers. Neil lives about 100 miles away from Target Field in Alden, Minnesota, so he doesn't make it to many regular season games. He lives over 1,000 miles away from Hammond Stadium, and he hasn't missed spring training in 26 years.
The first year was a week, second year was 2 weeks, then it got to be 2 months.
So it just kept getting longer and longer. You must have really loved it.
I do. And you stop to think of what the temperature is in Minnesota this morning, like 8 below. I'll take this weather.
The perfect weather for getting autographs from your favorite players. Neil will be coming to practice for the next week or so until he gets to watch the Twins spring training home opener right here at Hammond Stadium against the Braves on the 22nd. At Hammond Stadium, I'm Sylvie Sparks, Wink Sports.
Well, over in Arizona, the Brewers continue to get ready for the season to begin, and so is the 2018 MVP. Christian Yelich reported to spring training, and he's being optimistic, saying he doesn't see any reason why he wouldn't be ready for opening day. Yelich was a key part of the Brewers' offense last season, a .315 batting average with 42 RBIs and 21 stolen bases before undergoing season-ending back surgery at the end of August. The Brewers will also feature a new look to American Family Field of Phoenix, a tribute to the late Bob Uecker behind home plate, something I'm sure all Brewer fans can get behind. The new look will make its debut this Saturday when the Brewers make their home debut hosting the Reds. And I know we're talking about baseball season, still a little cold here, but just the thought of being at the ballpark, eating some hot dogs, I mean, it doesn't get much better than that.
I was just telling Nicole and you that I used to be a big basketball experience fan, but I think I still am, but baseball takes the cake for me now.
It's hard to beat, just out in the sun,
subtle.
on a perfect evening.
You could space out for a few innings and not get completely lost. Yeah, it's good stuff ahead of us. I'm really excited about that season.
Only a few more months until it might be a little cold for this weather, but a little bit longer.
It'll be here sooner than we know it. All right, Nicole has a final look at your forecast right after this.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
Ellie McClune is committed to lacrosse, striving for common sense leadership that addresses homelessness, promotes public safety, and supports affordable housing. With deep community roots and experience as a realtor and small business owner, Ellie understands the challenges and opportunities of our city. It's time for real change with a focus on community and responsible solutions. Make your vote count for a thriving lacrosse. Vote in the primary on February 18th. Paid for by Friends of Ellie McClune.
Around here, neighbors come together to make each other better. We're taking the same approach with healthcare. Gunderson Health System and Bellin Health have come together to form Amplify Health, giving you more of what's important in healthcare. More caring, more listening, more to feel good about on your way to feeling better. Overall, just a little more heart. Amplify Health by Gunderson. A little empathy changes everything.
T-Mobile is very reliable.
It's always nice to know that T-Mobile has us covered.
I love the fact that my family and I, we can stay connected just about anywhere we want to go.
My network is my lifeline.
T-Mobile keeps you connected on America's largest and fastest 5G network. And right now, get 4 free smartphones and 4 lines for $25 per line when you switch. It's better over here.
Come to the 27th Annual Early Bird Home Show. Lowest prices of the year.
Windows, doors, patio doors, lowest price of the year.
Bath remodels, kitchen remodels, lowest prices of the year.
Pergolas, decks, or sunrooms, lowest price of the year.
Siding, trim, or gutters, lowest prices of the year.
27th Annual Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store, 524 Copen Avenue, La Crosse. TheBoardStoreOnline.com or call 608-782-8877.
We have a very chilly President's Day tomorrow, possibly getting below zero or above zero if we're lucky, but those wind chills are going to be staying far below zero for the next couple days. 3 alert days out in a row because of that cold. Really not warming up too quickly either, but by the time we do warm up, it's going to feel pretty nice, getting highs back near or in the 40s as we get towards next week. I'm looking forward to it.
I know we just talked about going to a baseball game. These are definitely not the temperatures.
I wouldn't mind the 40s for a baseball game.
Yeah, that does look promising for it. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you back here at 10.